Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendrus, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we continued on somewhat with Auratech side project stuff we wanted to do. We built the 3 research upgrades to the Cybernetic Augmentation Center, and went over and got some of the more easily attainable ones. Like, we can now hit things, or we can now mine blocks that are like 33 blocks away now if we're using the Paxel. Like, I can legitimately mine on the other side of the river. It's a little overboard, but it's fun, so it's cool. So, yeah, that was basically it for last time. It took quite a while to put together all the resources we needed. Today, I think I want to keep working on these for a little bit. Between episodes, I spent some time putting together resources. So we're going to be doing a couple of things. I did go ahead and make a bunch of the Auratech plastic. I kept putting it off, but it's a lot easier than I was making it look. Basically, I just have to take a bunch of nature's essence. We have thousands and thousands of the stuff. Make a bunch of pumpkins. Put the pumpkins over here in the crushing machine. Get a bunch of biofuel. And then I just turn a bunch of this stuff into blocks. I don't know why I'm showing the full process. It's that simple. And then that just gets run through with the fluid add-on, which again is super cheap. I just kept putting off making it. It's a couple pieces of copper and some silicon. It's nothing major. So this thing has water in it. You take some biofuel blocks, put it in. You get raw biopolymer. You take raw biopolymer, you put it in. And after just a couple of seconds, you have plastic. It literally is that simple. Like, this is the more cost-ineffective way of doing it. Like, if you set up the whole refinery system, you'll get double the amount. But that's just a lot easier in the short run, and we're not going to be needing that much more plastic. So, I have plenty of plastic, and I've put together plenty of resources, so we'll be able to get quite a handful of the a handful more of these things. In fact, before I do other stuff, I should probably get some of them going. So, biosteel. I know I'm going to need all of this stuff. I'm going to need... What else do I need? I know I need processing units, raw biopolymer, and a couple other things I don't remember. Oh yes, motors. I forgot to grab the motors. So let's just start the synthetic muscles going. That's basic, which means I need to start... Oh yes, the night vision as well. That's one we can start up right away. I think this one is quantum. That's right. So start up night vision. Not that we really need it. Portal is arcane, but I'm missing unholy intelligence. We'll go over that in a moment. Auto feeder can't do right now. Okay, so currently we're just waiting 2 minutes for night vision, and this one is done now. So that's going to be movement speed increased by 25%. Pretty nice. What is that needing? Research mining speed is pretty good. Basic batteries. Never made any of those. Flash step requires ion thrusters. Okay, I did not look at some of that stuff. Oh yes, the grow in size one. That's one I wanted. That's going to require a bunch of this stuff. And a few pieces of uranium dust. Which... here's my uranium. And just grab out the hammer. So we're just going to start up a couple of things going. But my inventory's kind of filled up with other stuff we can't immediately do. Let's start that going as well. So, I guess I'll put back all this stuff for a moment. Other than just, like, the cybernetic enhancement stuff that you can make from this mod, the only other things I'm really after are the Enderic Railgun and the Promethium tools, just to say we made them, basically. The Railgun is still a little ways out. I have to figure out reinforced carbon sheets, which I'm going to need because I'm going to need design thrusters. So I guess building the refinery for this stuff is kind of high priority too. But I can make the Promethium tools. So it needs 6 of these Promethium and 4 destroyer blocks. Destroyer blocks are pretty simple. You just need lasers, motors, and pulverizers. Pulverizers are pretty cheap, we just haven't made them yet. The Promethium, on the other hand, is pretty expensive. You need overcharged crystals that we made for Basically, it's just as expensive to make these two tools as it was to build the Manhattan Project. Like, you need a bunch of overcharge crystals and you need a bunch of Heisenberg compensators. Both things you needed a bunches for this. In fact, I need 6 Heisenberg compensators, which means it's more expensive, because before it was only 4. So between episodes, I went ahead and made those, and I got all the stuff for superconductors and advanced batteries and whatnot for the overcharged crystals as well. So, this is going to take a little bit. I do have extra lasers. I mean, I think if I do... I don't really have a good place to plug these in, so that's not going to work. Never mind, that's going to take a little bit. I have to do this a few times. Doesn't actually say how long it takes. But, Promethium, number 1, Promethean fire. Obtain a Promethean ingot. You've stolen fire from the gods. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool to me. Let me in. There's that. Gigantism needs more raw biopolymer. Forgot some words there. Oh, that's a dead end. I don't actually care about that. Never mind. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. It's not quite a dead end. Carrots, thing. Seeds, carrots, and... what was the last thing there? It was the chip things, processing units. Let's get Gigantism installed, and let's get auto feeder researching. Blah, words are hard. I need 8 extra glowstone powder. Let's turn off Gigantism for a moment. And let's get night vision turned on. Might as well just install and turn on everything. Not that I really need some of this. Did that just cancel? No, it just closed it. So with that, 4 extra seeds, diamonds, fluxite. I only have 4 more energite ingots. I'm going to need more of those before I can continue on. But yeah, I'm already just a bunch more upgrades. We're normal size right now. Whoops, wrong button. Let's turn on... oh, night vision's turned on permanently. Gigantism. Is that 4 blocks or is that 3? Yeah, that looks like 4 blocks tall. Does it have any extra benefits, or am I just 4 blocks tall? I think I'm just 4 blocks tall, which, while fun for a little bit, gets kind of annoying, so gonna switch back to my miniaturism, but still fun for like a little play around just to see it happen. Miniaturization, and I'm now a single block tall again. Honestly, this is more fun. So, there's that. Is there anything else I had? Oh, I guess I did start more of the energite stuff, but not enough. Grab another stack of that, and another stack of that. That'll run through. Are there any other ones that I can do right now, or am I just, like, missing a couple ingredients? Oh, yes, water breathing I can do right now. That, and that. I got a whole lot prepared, like, kind of too much for me to actually properly think through. 3 more seeds. Like, I like this whole system. It is a lot. Like, it is a lot of resources for every single upgrade, and there's a lot of upgrades. So, trying to think through it all and actually keep it all memorized in my head's kind of difficult. Let's turn on auto feeder. I guess I should probably start thinking through how to get unholy intelligences, huh? Because I'm gonna need it for that. What do I need for you? 4 more biosteel. I'm surprised I don't have any more. Come on, let me in. And that's going to be water breathing permanently on. Well, like, pretty quickly, we've managed to get a lot of the ones we were pretty close to. I just needed a few extra resources. The unholy intelligence. That's probably, like, the next hurdle to go through. So, this thing. Gained by capturing a viable entity with a dubious container. So, we saw it before, but we didn't actually make it. We're gonna need another dubious container, which requires a couple unendured compounds, a piece of plastic, and some steel. So... oh, wait, no. It's more of this stuff and adamantite, not steel. Adamant, not adamantite. So this is not X-Men. Dubious container, like so. And apparently we can either use this thing to capture an Allay or a Vex. Thankfully, I have plenty of Vex spawn eggs. Or I guess I could go try to get an Allay. Eh, there it is. Yep, it's literally that simple. Just spawn in a Vex and capture it. Unholy intelligence. I thought it was going to be that simple. I just didn't know for sure. Um, let's see. 32 adamant. Thankfully, I still have some. A stack of obsidian. And is it diamonds? I forgot. Ender pearls. How is that empty again? I fill up the prediction matrices so often. Like every 30 minutes I run out, and after I put in like 3,000 at a time. So there's the portal charging. I've used up so much power here. I need to grab out more of these, and hopefully this is done running. It's done enough. So that should also be reactive plating going. Okay, so that's like a pretty decent chunk. I forgot to start up more Promethium. So technically speaking, that's enough Promethean for one or the other. But I'd rather get them all if I can. I'd rather just make them both at the same time. So might as well get the other pieces going, though. Which is going to be more motors. Destroyer. I'm going to need these things. I'm going to need the lasers. And then I'm going to need 4 pulverizers, right? That's all I'm missing? Oh, I knew I was going to need nickel. 4. So, 4 pulverizers, like so. 4 destroyer blocks. Cool. So now, you take 3 promethium and 2 destroyer blocks, and you get either of the 2 different types of tools. Nope, it's the wrong thing. So, that will be done in a moment. Anything done over here? Nope, those are still a little ways off. I want to figure out how to make the basic batteries real quick. Like, I wasn't sure I was going to spend this much time left on these things. I was just kind of hoping to get through them pretty quickly. Plastic, electrum, steel. You know what? That's super cheap. I didn't expect it to be that expensive, but I didn't know for sure. Grab more steel. I'm basically out of basic steel. Thankfully, I have plenty of bio steel. So what? I need 16 of these things? 32. So 32 of you. Is it the plastic? It's the plastic. Okay. 29. I need 3 more. You know what? I just assumed I had enough. I suppose that's on me for assuming, not actually double checking, but I didn't think I was going to need to make any more plastic than I already did. So it's 4 per, right? Which means I only need like 12. I shouldn't need to fill this thing up right now. There's that, 2 more, and the last Promethium. So while we're waiting on plastic anyways, might as well put together the Promethium Battle Axe and the Promethean Pickaxe. Let's see, they're going to charge one on our hotbar, of course. Actually, no, they don't actually have to charge. So, like, if we can hold Alt to open up this, and it's an advanced, unbreakable, and enchantable tool that functions as a pickaxe. It has Silk Touch and 3x3 mining to switch between modes, hold, shift, and right-click. The Promethean Axe is another advanced, unbreakable, and enchantable tool that serves as an axe. So they look pretty cool. Shift, right-click, it's an area of effect mode. Oh, it does like a little, rotate pieces to like show that it's on a different mode. Didn't it start on single mode? Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, I guess it's always going to do Silk Touch if it's in a... Yeah, it looks like if it's in single mode, that just means Silk Touch. Okay, good to know. Area of effect. Yep, it's a 3x3. It's pretty quick even without any upgrades. And I would assume that I can just go ahead and use this thing in like the reforging table like I would otherwise. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the Paxel's probably still better, but it's pretty good. And the Promethean pickaxe. Sneak while harvesting to break out an entire tree. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's cool. Once again, I think that we just have better options. In fact, I think Vein Miner is probably just better than that axe anyways for breaking trees. Like, it works just as well. I don't know. Once again, really cool gear that we don't really need. Add 6 armor points there. And 4 more in order to be able to use the portal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Go in and out. Thank you. Let's see. So if we open up this now, Far Reach, Portal, Miniature, Night Vision. Let's just go... I suppose this is like a good enough test. Just go like over here, Portal. Of course, Saving World happens at exactly the same time. Alright, that's cool. Aim, are you good? Ah, there we go. What did I just do there? Gravitational I just did something. How does that work? Like the saving... Does it have to save the world every single time I press that button? Because when when the world is saving, the entire game freezes. I mean, that's cool animation, but I don't know if it's really working right. Release while hovering over to toggle it. There we go. I guess... I'm not entirely sure what's happening with that one. It appears to work a little bit weirdly. I think I could probably teleport something else if I aimed at it. Meanwhile, if like I'm in range of where it is. There we go. Like, I need to be in the portal, but the portal disappears very quickly and the entire world freezes because of it. So it's a little difficult to do. Anyways, 2 more of these batteries. 1 and 2. And that means we should be able to do this after I grab out this stuff. Like, it's a lot of back and forth. Lots and lots of resources. But we are presumably considerably stronger at this point because of these. Oh, how'd I know that flight was going to be stupid? How did I know that that was going to require 32 plutonium, 16 promethium, and 64 ion thrusters? That's just not happening. That's even more stupid. For 8... Grants 8 armor points is not worth all of that. That is just not worth it. Oh, that sucks. I wanted that stuff. Okay, we're not maxing everything out then. Like, I was really hoping to, but it's just not going to happen. That's probably like the max of what we're going to get for all that stuff. Why? Like, why? It was expensive, but reasonable for most of the other stuff in here. That is not. Like, flight. Grants creative style free flight. Sure? It's bad. It's good. It's not worth that much, especially because you're playing this in a mod pack. You're not going to play this mod by itself. Like that, you're not just going to play this mod by itself. So, like, that's really good. If it's in a mod pack, you're gonna get an even cheaper, even better version of that anyways, though. I don't know. I don't know. That just kind of killed the mood a little bit. So, like, that is slightly more reasonable. It's just 64 plutonium. Plutonium's not that expensive. You just need to find a bunch of uranite and then just grab a laser and run it through. Let's see, you get 4 per 64. I would need... Yeah, it's times 2 there. I would need 32 plutonium dust, which means running around underground for like an hour and a half to find enough uranite crystals to do that. I don't know. That's just not going to happen. That's silly expensive. I was kind of hoping to make it to the end, but you know what? I think that's probably good enough for like cybernetic enhancements. I'll have to go in and clean out this inventory in a little bit. what else do we want to get done today? Stars-wise... oh, it was exactly 2,000. I guess I was completely out when I went 2,000 more in. So, where are we at? I think we're just shy of 11, 3 times. Either that, or when I go turn these in up there, it is going to just reach 11. So, we're getting closer. Every time I boot the game, it's loaded for like 2 hours. And I get like a half a 3. Or like close to a full 3 times, like half a 3 times, something like that. So, it's pretty close on the star front. There's that and that. So there's the total value of all the stars we currently have on us. Thank you. How close are we? I'm feeling scatterbrained tonight. Like, super, super scatterbrained. Oh, wait, I guess I was at 11. This will put us just shy of 12, then? No, nope. There's the 12th one. So, yeah. Only 3 more 3 times. As soon as I start getting more things in there. So what? That's going to be 2,000 and some on. What? Like, that's 2,000 and like 180 to do 7? 2187, I think, or something like that. So that's times 9 is going to be yeah. It's like 19,000 roughly more. So we're getting there. Considering I go through 2,000, I get 2,000 every 20 minutes or so. Like it's not that much longer. I don't know. I guess I'll get those back going. I don't know. I'm just sort of at like a lost for how these episodes go at this point, because like I'm just waiting for stuff. I guess we can start working on the thing today. Can I do 30,000? No, I don't have enough clay. I think I did put clay into the machine and then it got deleted. That and that together makes clay. So let's just make 3,000 of this. You know what? Sure. Let's start thinking about how we're going to get the ATM star thing, altar. I think I'm just going to upgrade this. Like, I've measured it out at the ATM star altar. According to this right here, is a 15 by 8 by 15 structure. Currently, this is a 9 by 9 by 3, or 9 by 9 by 2, rather. So, in theory, that should be 11, 13, 15. And then it will just continue on like that in a circle, because this is perfectly circular. So I basically just have to move these 3 storage bins. So that's fine enough. And then just build it up from there. And I think I need the Hephaestus Forge here to make it. But I don't think I need this. But I think as soon as I'm done getting all the ingredients, I can destroy the Hephaestus Forge and not use it again. Well, let's take a look at this, shall we? It is the Runic Star Altar is a multi-block made by our very own Drac.ion via modern industrialization. It is a 15 by 8 by 15 structure, which starts with the Runic Star Altar block. Place it down, then use a wrench for modern industrialization on it. Doing so will give you highlights so you can follow to build the multi-block. Mullets block here. After you've built it, with help from the second page of the quest or wrench, on each side of the altar, you can replace the polished darkstone next to the arcane polished darkstone with hatches. These are needed for the actual star crafting. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of hatches as well, and replace some of the blocks that it puts there. Use item input hatches, all from a modern industrialization. These are where the recipe will be placed into. Item output hatches are where the star will come from, and energy inputs are needed to power the star. A star tube will need a boost for getting enough FE/T. To get that, we can use stacks of upgrades from modern industrialization. These are placed into the altar block, and when we hold shift when viewing the item, you can see how much it boosts the altar. You can check the altar block to start recipes with the altar, or if it is not built correctly, it will tell you. You need the Lunar Monstrosity loot bag. How are they going to do this? Because they're getting rid of Eternal Starlight pretty soon, and that's what the Lunar Monstrosity comes from. I'm going to assume they're going to have to change that out relatively soon. Okay, so let's just look at this. I think it's these... Like, where does it say the hatch is? The eldritch bars you do is adding our hatches. Place them on the outside of the arcane polished darkstone, like shown. Okay. Like, you put it on the blocks next to these. Okay, cool. So, that's a whole lot of polished darkstone. We're gonna need polished darkstone stairs. That's my darkstone, right? I think it is. Yep, that's darkstone. And that is polished darkstone. How much of it do I need? Let's just get like 5 stacks of the stuff. There we go. So 64, 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack, 4 stack, 5 stack, and an extra 2. Okay. So there's that. Cool. I'm going to need a stack of stairs and 20 slabs. Doop 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 doop. And 20 and a stack of stairs. Not quite there yet. I'm assuming it's all just polished darkstone here. It's not going to like change up on me anywheres. Maybe I should go get a grindstone, but you know what? There we are. So that's that all listed out. We're going to need 16 rune blocks. Simple enough. I believe I just go like so, right? Yep, there's 7. I have all the resources I'm going to need here. Actually, way more runes. There's that. 4 more arcane crystal blocks. I don't think I have any pre-made, but again, it's not like I care. But come on. Like so. Thank you. There's 7. Again, already more. I'm going to need 8. Yeah, 8 arcane crystal obelisks. I already have those somewheres. Yep, there's 8 of these. I'm basically just taking a bunch of the stuff I already have for the Hephaestus Forge, and I'm just going to be using it elsewhere. Okay, so I think I need to make that thing still. I don't think I ever did. So, in order to make 8 Darkstone pedestals, those are already there. 4 chiseled arcane polished darkstone. We currently have 2. And then what? I can just go like that, dupe, and dupe. Hey, look, there's 4 of those now. I'm going to need 8 more of these, which means I need Diorum, which I don't have anymore. Okay, how do I make Diorum? I'm going to need Mundabitor. Hold on, save the recipe for this. Recipe, Diorum. That's charcoal, arcane crystal dust, gold. I'm surprised I don't have everything I need already over here. Like, I must have just barely made enough of all that stuff when we were doing that, when we were using that forge. What am I looking through for here? I don't know why I went into this chest. Was I looking for charcoal? I don't think I have charcoal anywhere, so I'm just gonna have to smelt up a couple of logs. Let's just grab these. Like so. Huh? Oh yes, I gave this a smithing upgrade, so it can't actually be used. There it is. Oh, I guess I did have charcoal in there. So that can go in there. Okay. So these. Crafting. That. Arcane essence. I guess you can smelt those for it. Sure. Go in there. And a piece of gold. Like so much to go back and forth over. So there's a sting of Diorum and 8 darkstone polished blocks, rather. There's that. So what? I need use ferrognatic mixture on a darkstone pedestal. So I'm going to need an extra one of these, so save that recipe real quick. I'm going to need 40 of these, which is going to need a bunch more of that, which means I'm going to need a bunch more Diorm, which means I'm going to need more Mundabitter, which is cheap, but a little annoying to get because it's going to take a little bit. And I'm also going to need more of these. And ferrognetic mixture. I feel like I made one of those at some point, didn't I? No, that's a Terra Stomp Prism. I guess I never did. Magic, magic, magic. Forbidden Arcanus. Sea Prism. Whirlwind Prism. Yeah, I guess I never made it. So, save that recipe. Lodestone, slime balls, iron, clay balls, wax. That's just slime balls. Okay, I need to clear inventory. I need to make space, because, like, there's a bunch of stuff we're going to need, and I'm going to need to make a bunch of stuff over again. So there's that. Oh, I do have some of that still in here. Apparently, I am slowly starting to lose my voice as we go too. That's fun. Oh, wow. I really did. 1 second. Okay, think I'm doing slightly better until my throat just decides to give out again. Anyways, I was just missing gunpowder and arcane essence to make a bunch of Munda Bitter, which is basically all we were missing to make a bunch of this stuff. I forgot to actually put all the charcoal in. So there is 6 Diorum. We're going to need more than that, and which means we're going to need more charcoal, but it's a good start. So I think I can just turn the rest of that into arcane polished. I did actually go ahead and put all this stuff in here. And in fact, I missed that there's actually a second 48 stack of polished darkstone stairs we need in there. So there's all that. We need 1 extra darkstone pedestal, which requires an extra thing of this. I dislike that I have to make a full extra set for exactly 1. No, you can't just turn those things in with the grindstone either, so it's not like I messed up there. Then we're going to need polished darkstone, which is an extra 2. Although I also need a bunch of those, don't I? Yeah, I'm going to need an extra 40 of those. Yeah, it's a start. So with that, I should now be able to make an extra darkstone pedestal. And as soon as we get the ferrognetic stuff, which I probably should have gotten some of that stuff together already, but I forgot. There will be that. What else are we missing here? The quantum injector we're gonna have to make. These things we're missing 17 gilded what? That's gonna require Diorum ingots. Got chiseled darkstones, simple enough. Take polished stones, go through the whole song and dance, give them Diorum ingots, or nuggets rather. I'm gonna need 17 of those. So 1, 2. Once again, I'm gonna be left with 1 Diorum nugget. That's so weird. Why would you do this, game? Why are you making me make these things multiple times when I just need 1 out of a set of like 6 that I'm forced to make at any given time? That is 1 time, so that is not what we're trying to do here. So there's that. That. Gives you these. There's 14 chiseled, and then what? These are what get these. Yep. Gilded chiseled. Just need 3 more of those, which again, just do this whole song and dance, that, and that. Cool. 17 chiseled, gold, gilded chiseled. Words are hard. Yeah, that just needs a bunch more Diorum we need for the arcane thing, which I can still make more right now, right? Like, it's just a matter of I need to put some of this stuff back in here. 17. I need more charcoal at this point, but there's that. That goes in there. That goes like that. 25 of those. 25 equals another 12. So we're like halfway there. I just need to go get more charcoal for the Diorum, and then... Well, in fact, we should probably be pretty close to there already. Just need to take out that and put that back in, and that goes back in. Charcoal. It actually only competed some of it. I was expecting that to move faster than it did, but you know what? That's probably still fine. That is made from that. How many more do I have to make? I don't actually know for sure. Now, just make it all. I'm sure it'll be fine. So there's that. That. I need more polished. I think we'll be good on all the stuff we don't actually need the forge to create. At this point, I think we're basically there on all the, like, actual building blocks themselves. So there's that. And that. You know what? A couple extra isn't a bad thing. So 40 arcane polished pillars. Yep, means it's just the quantum injector, the magnetized darkstone pillar, and the runic star altar itself. Although that's a different beast entirely. So these go in here, and I believe all the rest of this stuff is like extra pieces that can go away for now, or at least I need until I need them for actually making the stuff. So in that case, there's that. The ferromagnetic thing is a lodestone. I need to go grab a honey bottle and some slime. Let's see, slime. I know I have plenty in here. Oh, that's uranite. That apparently got a model change. So like so, and so. 4 wax goes into different spots. What else? 2 slime balls. 1, 2. 2 pieces of, or just 1 piece of iron? Just 1 piece of iron. Like so. A couple pieces of clay. I'm surprised I never made this thing. This is the one that makes items have an amount of magnetism, if I remember correctly. So there's all that. We just need a lodestone. I don't think I've ever made one of these. It's super cheap. Just go through the whole song and dance of get stone bricks, turn stone bricks into slab, turn slab into chisel, turn chisel into lodestone, right? Yeah, you need a few more of these. So there's one of those. Doop doop doop. That's probably good enough. Like so. And so. Thank you. That. And that. Went overboard, but it's fine. So the lodestone goes in there, and now I need the hammer. Or the gavel, I guess, technically. It's been a while since I used this machine. I'm surprised I remembered exactly how some of this went. Oh yeah, this one also had like a duplication glitch that I had to be careful of. We might get a second one of these ferrognetic mixtures for free. Do, I forgot how slow these things were. Should I start working? There we go. I was gonna say, should I start working on the other stuff, or just, is it gonna work eventually? And with that, there we go. Magnetized darkstone pedestal thing. Cool. So that thing is another check mark off the list, meaning we just need the quantum injector and the star altar itself. Quantum injector. Going to need a single mundabitter in the middle. I think I had 1 mundabitter left, right? Or just like a handful. Or did I actually go ahead and... Let's see if I can spell. Mundabitter. Yeah, exactly 1 left. So that thing goes in the middle. Lodestone. I guess I forgot to save it. I thought I did, but I guess not. I'll save that. I don't remember what this thing's actually supposed to do. Flint, mundabitter, rune. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces of flint and 4 more mundabitter, which that mundabitter, 4 more of that. That gives us 4 quantum cores. These things just go like so. And that will be a quantum capture. In fact, I think we made one of these things before. I think it was part of the recipe for something else. Oh, I guess not. Get a quantum injector. Aren't used much at this stage, but we will need much, but they will be needed later. Um, for the automatic thing, the runic enchanter and crucible, and the runic star altar. Yeah, it's basically just for the star altar that we care about. So quantum injector acquired. So, at this point, that is legitimately just the star altar itself, right? Like, there's no extra ingredients. It's just all of that. Cool. So there's that. Clear you. All of this stuff real quick. Although I probably need some of that stuff again. The runic star altar itself, however, this is where things get tricky. Do I need a second quantum injector? Or is it listing the quantum injector as the ingredient for the thing itself? There's all that. There's all of that. Quantum injector. Does it pop up anywhere? Yes, pillars. Okay, no, apparently we do need another quantum injector real quick. So let me just get the stuff to put one of these together again real quick, cause yep, just one more Mundabitter, 4 more pieces of flint. I'm going to need one more extra Mundabitter other than that one, because I need to put one in the center, like so. And I need 4 more runes. I'm surprised. Like, I am remembering a lot of this stuff. I have a really bad memory. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I could get this going. What's wrong here? Orioles under 4,000. This requires 5,000 Oriole, which means pulling up a couple of these and putting these back in. Because I think otherwise I'm out of Oriole bottles. Ew. Yep, I'm out of Oriole bottles. I didn't even think to double check that. But seeing as this is the last thing we're going to need to do with this machine, it's not too bad. This goes up at 4 every couple of seconds. Yeah. I'll get this between episodes, probably. Dang it. I guess those things break instantly, so it's not too big of a deal. So, 8. How long is that going to take? It's 8 every 5 seconds. Yeah, probably just about. That's still a ways off. Um, might as well wait. Just say we got everything but the Runic Star Altar today. That sounds better than all but the Runic Star Altar and one extra little piece that we're waiting on. I'll see you when this is done. Okay, so it was only probably about 20 minutes or so. I think the math checks out. Anyways, I managed to clean out all the inventory space before that actually happened anyways, so works out pretty well. Why did it just now give me task completer for getting 8 of these? That's not correct. I've had these things for a while. So there's all of this getting picked up. I only need 4 of those. Oh well. So quantum cores across the board. And hit it with a hammer. So, with that all said and done, in just a moment, eventually, you can do it. Why did it feel like the first one of these took way shorter amount of time? Is it like random chance how long it takes for that to actually go through? It kind of feels like it. Okay, there we go. So, second quantum injector acquired. So, that's going to go there. We're going to need another polished darkstone, easy enough. Mindabitter, easy. Loot bag from Lunar Monstrosity, easy. The Enderium gears. I think these are pretty cheap. Like, it's Enderium. I think we actually have a couple random pieces of it already. And I think we might actually have Enderium seeds or Enderium essence or something already going over here. I don't quite remember. I feel like we had some way to get Enderium super easy. Like, we either had it, some that we used for stuff, or we already used it, or we already found a way to make it. Yeah, Enderium seeds. I guess I'll start growing these, because I don't know how much I have left. So these can just replace vibranium, I guess. So we'll have those for that. I am out of space in here, interestingly enough. What do I not need? Psyllium? Psyllium dust? Trash can, go. I don't need that. So there will be that. Otherwise, need to build back up 5,000 Oriel. I think everything else is still fine. Experience, blood, and souls, all fine. Yep, it's just the Oriel. So, let's get that. Okay. For a second, I thought it was going to do the whole thing where I accidentally break a piece of it, and therefore, like, the entire thing just stops working and it deletes all the upgrades inside of it. That happened once. So, this thing's just going to build back up Oriel. It shouldn't take too long. The game needs to run for me to build up stars anyways. So, other than that, it's figuring out the Z logic controllers, figuring and getting an enhancer relic, which I'm surprised I don't have. Apparently these are found in bastions. I think I cleared a number of bastions earlier on in the series, didn't I? I'm fairly sure I did. This is a tier 5 altar, right? I'm almost sure I maxed it out. Magic, not occultism, forbidden and arcanus. Yeah, this is tier 5. So, next time, I guess we're going bastion clearing, and we're going to hopefully figure out the whole Z logic thing, which I guess I should save that recipe. It needs a slice and splice. I should have... Oh, wither skeleton skulls work. Cool. As well as dragon skulls, so that's easy enough. Energized bimetal solarium. Alloy smelting. Okay, alloy smelter will work for that. Energized bimetal, energetic alloy, electrum, and glowstone. Okay, this all looked super scary and expensive, but turns out we can just use our machines we already have. Silicon, solarium, an axe and a pair of shears. Zombie skull. That's the thing I'm scared about. Permanent. What's the best way to get a zombie skull? It's not like we have Tinker's Construct in, so we can't just give something like beheading. That's not an option here. Out of everything I have, I don't think I have gotten a single zombie skull in this entire series. So you know what? That could be an issue. I'll have to figure out the best way to... We have skeleton skulls. How do you turn this thing into a zombie skull again? Blood Infuser we have. It's pretty cheap. A Promise of Tenacity 1. Hold on. How does this work again? If I remember correctly, Blood Infuser here, it doesn't have... Oh, it has just enough blood in it. It's Promise of Tenacity 3. Does that just work? Okay, never mind. Zombie Skull, not an issue. You know what? I was kind of excited that for once I might have to get I might be challenged in getting an important resource. But no. It's this series has been a lot of fun. I will say, however, that for the past like 30 episodes, 40 episodes, maybe even longer, it just feels like I've been on autopilot. Like, oh, here's a mod. I don't need to struggle for the resources. I already have them. Just explore the mod. Oh, move on. Oh, star piece acquired. It hasn't been feeling like I've really been doing a whole lot. It's running back and forth resources from containers, not actually getting them for the most part. Other than like a couple minor things like the plutonium dust. Otherwise, I don't know. I've enjoyed the series. I'm definitely glad it's coming to an end soon. Just because I've kind of been feeling burnout on it for a while now. Oh, interesting. All the little things actually count as like things you can stand on. Like those are actually part of it. It's not just like modeled or made to look like it's modeled like that. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. So are we just normal size? No, we're 3 blocks tall. Fun. If we have gigantism and miniaturize on, we get 3 blocks. I guess it's a +2 -1 must be how it labels that then in that case. Because 2 + 2 -1 would equal 3 blocks. Yeah. So anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato, Tanagura, and Goddess of the Starfilled Void. Thank you both so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.